Hey Alice, just thought I should let you know that my sister is staying with us starting next week. So prepare something good for us to eat, okay?
Wait, what? What do you mean she's staying with us? Did I miss something? For how long is she going to be here with us?
She's going to be staying with us permanently, of course. Starting next week, she's going to be a member of this household.
She's going to live here permanently? You're kidding, right? What about her kids?
They're going to be staying with us as well, of course. Where else will they go?
You do remember that she has 5 kids, right? There's no way we could handle this increase in members.
That's all up to how much work and effort you're willing to put into the situation. You can finally raise children like you always wanted to. Aren't you happy? Don't you like kids?
I do like children. But to suddenly push 5 kids onto me without any preparation is impossible to do. I can't handle a sudden change like this.
Jeez, all you do is say that everything is impossible. Can't you try to do something for once in your life? You said that there's no way you're getting pregnant, and now you say you can't raise kids? So then what can you do, huh? Instead of complaining all the time, maybe you should do something useful.
That's easier said than done. What does your sister say about all this?
Of course she agreed to it. If anything, Alyssa said that if you're struggling with infertility, then she is more than happy to give you the experience of raising children.
What about Tate? Is he okay with all of this?
Yeah, he's okay with it too. Don't go calling or texting him about this though, got it? He and Alyssa are going through some things right now. Do you get what I'm saying?
Going through some things? Did something happen between them? Are the kids okay?
This issue is between Alyssa and her husband. This means that you have no need to know anything about this. Butt out.
You say that, yet I'm going to have 5 of their children to take care of in our house starting next week.
My sister, out of the kindness of her heart, is allowing you to raise her kids when you can't, and yet you're being ungrateful and complaining.
This doesn't feel like a heartfelt gesture, but rather an action of pity from someone who thinks they're better than me. Either way, this isn't something I can handle. I'm sure the kids are also going to be stressed from the sudden change of environment.
I've had enough of this. I will not tolerate any more complaints coming from you. I can leave you anytime I want. You aren't a necessary person in my life.
How could you say something like that to me? Do you understand the words you just said to me? Who says that to a person, let alone their wife?
Well, you're jobless and your family isn't that well off either, right? You would be in trouble if I were to leave you, right? I have the divorce papers signed and ready to submit at any given moment. If you don't want that to happen, then you can shut up and listen to what I tell you.
What's gotten into you? Don't you think you're being a little too harsh right now?
Harsh or not, it's true that in order to survive, you need me. You need to wake up and look at the position you're in. If you understand what I'm saying, then hurry up and start getting the house clean for our new members. I only want the best for my sister's arrival. Oh, and also make sure you learn how to raise kids properly.
This is completely messed up! How do you expect me to do this?
That's not my issue. I'm starting a new side job with my sister. We'll make a huge profit with it, so you can look forward to that.
Alyssa, I was hoping you could pick some things up from the store for me.
What? Oh, sorry. I'm too busy with work right now. Could you just go do it?
I'm sorry, but I have my hands full right now. I don't mind if it's just from the gas station around the corner, so could you please go?
The gas station? No way. Those places are really expensive. We have 5 children that we need to raise, so you at least have to think about budgets and all that.
I get that, but still...
If you understand, then you can go to the grocery store no matter how busy you are. I don't mind if dinner is a bit late, although I can't say the same about my brother. Either way, do your best, okay?
I would like to go too, but I have some cleaning and laundry left to do. Or if you could just hang the laundry out to dry after I finish, that would...
Sorry, I don't think you get what I'm saying here. Let me explain to you so that you understand what's going on here. I'm not relaxing here. I'm working in my room. The house chores are your job, right? You should be doing your job on your own.
If that's the case, then could you at least look after your kids? Could I ask you to pick up your kids from school?
Sorry, but I haven't done my makeup or finished my work. So could you pick them up on your way from getting groceries as well?
Their preschool is on the opposite side of the grocery store. There is one near the preschool, but...
Oh, no. Don't go there. That place is expensive. Make sure you go to the cheaper place that we always shop at.
That's exactly what I was thinking of, so if you could just...
As a housewife, you should be able to properly manage time and money. That is part of your job as a caretaker. Well, good luck. If you need any help, just let me know. But don't waste my time with things you could easily take care of.
Right, okay. Thanks.
Could you knock it off with the complaints? You finally get to raise kids. This is what you've always wanted to do. Your life goal is being fulfilled. You could at least be grateful for this opportunity.
It's great to look after kids. But you or Alyssa haven't helped out at all. You guys pushed all the house chores and childcare onto me. I can't bear all the responsibilities. Recently, your sister has been ignoring anything I say.
So, she and I are doing important work. How else do you think we're able to have meals on our table? Do you think that just magically happens?
Well, I'm aware of how we have our meals, considering I'm the one who takes the time out of my busy day to make our meals.
Stop with your excuses! We're busy! It doesn't matter if it's a weekday or weekend. We're always working. You're just a wife. All you need to do is shut up and do as you're told.
How dare you have such an old-fashioned mindset in this day and age without any shame?
Either way, all you need to do is shut up and take care of the house and kids. We're living with my sister and her 5 kids. Your task is to take care of all of us. A childless woman like you has nothing better to do, right? If you have any complaints, then we could easily get a divorce.
But we're already divorced? That's why I'm complaining, duh!
Huh? What are you talking about?
I submitted the divorce papers a while ago! So you and I are no longer a thing.
Wait, what? Are you serious right now? Hang on. You're serious. The papers are gone!
Everything going on was way too much to handle. I couldn't stay there any longer.
You may have gotten one over me with this divorce thing, but you're still going to be the one to suffer since you're no longer my wife. You're a jobless housewife with barely any experience of the working world. You can't even afford to pay rent. How are you going to survive? Did you even think that through?
No worries, I can take care of myself. Besides, anything is better than dealing with all of that.
Is that so? Then what are you going to do about the kids? Are you going to leave these kids behind and leave on your own? That's so selfish of you to do that. They like you, and yet you abandoned them.
It's all fine. Tate is going to look after them. So there's no need to try and guilt me into regretting my actions.
What? Did you contact him after I told you not to do that? Why would you do that?
Of course I did! I have to double check with your sister's husband. After all, he is their father. However, from what I learned, your sister stole money from him and is on the run. She took their kids and ran so that she could use them to her advantage to prevent him from calling the police.
That idiot went too far.
You guys really are the worst. Using innocent children as hostages and using our house to protect her. I can't believe that you had me involved with that as well.
Don't believe anything Tate is saying. He's a lunatic who's framing my sister as a criminal.
He didn't seem all that insane when I was talking to him. If anything, your sister seems like the crazy one here. As well as you, Trent, you're just as insane as her.
Causing us unnecessary trouble. I need to tell my sister what's going on immediately.
What are you trying to pull here? Why'd you contact Tate? We told you not to talk to him, didn't we?
Well, I was in a troublesome situation, so I had no other choice. Plus, the kids all seemed terrified of their mother and kept saying how they wanted to see their father for the past 2 weeks.
This is such a pain. How could you be so useless?
You're on the run after stealing money from Tate, right? I won't say anything negative about you, but I do recommend that you hurry up and turn yourself in.
Turn me in? That's pretty dramatic. Besides, what's wrong with a wife spending her husband's money?
I see that you're trying to turn this on me. Anyways, he's apparently aware of your infidelity as well. You can run and hide all you want, but eventually he will pay for someone to tail you.
Shut up. Who do you think you are? You brainless good for nothing. Well, whatever. You can go tell Tate that this happened because he's extremely weak-willed.
Oh, you should tell him yourself. He's currently waiting downstairs at the apartment garage. You can't run now.
Huh? Why is he here? Why are you taking his side? You barely even know the man.
Rather than being on his side, I'm just extremely annoyed over your siblings. Plus, I feel bad for the kids. I need some type of justice to be served or I just won't feel better. He just happened to be a factor in the process of dealing with this situation.
You've got to be kidding. Do you know what you've done? This is bad. It's all over for me.
You reap what you sow, I think is how the saying goes.
Shut up! You're not making this any better.
I wasn't trying to. How much longer do you intend to run? Your sister got caught, so you should hurry up and turn yourself in. You're only making things worse for yourself.
Why should I? I did nothing wrong. That job I was doing was something that my sister showed me. I didn't know that an illegal service was involved with it. I'm a victim.
Is that so? So then, what about when you were telling me how you're going to be profiting greatly from this job?
Well, that's because Alyssa was telling me how much we'll benefit from the job. I heard that it may have been a little sketchy, but I didn't think it was criminal level.
You weren't aware, even though you were working.
Exactly! I was tricked!
So then why don't you just turn yourself in and explain that? The more you run, the more your argument loses value. Like I said, your running away is only making things worse for yourself.
There's no way anybody would believe what I would say.
Either way, the police will investigate and easily find out that you were aware of what was going on. There's no point in telling me all of these excuses.
I had no other choice. I got fired from my last job.
Wait, really? When did that happen?
About 2 months ago.
Why didn't you tell me?
There's no way I could tell you about how I got fired due to the company downsizing. I tried to look for a job immediately, but it didn't go well. That's when my sister was telling me about how she knows a job that has a bit of a risk, but we could get good money from it. She was having some trouble with Tate, and so we both needed money.
Something like downsizing should have been discussed with me. Well, you always were a prideful person. The reason you wanted to have a kid with me was because you wanted the status of having a proper family, right?
Everyone else around me had a family and was benefiting from it. It's because of you that I was unlucky enough to get fired during the downsizing. They told me that since I don't have a kid, they couldn't prioritize my spot.
Are you seriously placing the blame on me? Do you ever take responsibility for your actions?
Yeah, I'm blaming you for this. If you could have just gotten pregnant, then we wouldn't have been in this position.
Have you ever considered that maybe if you had gained the trust and built a better relationship with your peers, then maybe you could have kept your job? Your former coworkers were all excellent employees, so you making the excuse that you got fired due to being childless is pathetic. You're a pathetic excuse for a man. You need to hurry up and face the reality of that. If I'm being honest here, you were the most troublesome to take care of rather than those 5 kids. A few days later, Trent was spotted walking along the road where he was questioned and eventually arrested by the police. The organization that he and his sister were working for was apparently selling knockoffs at a higher rate than they were worth. Turns out the man Alyssa was seeing was the leader of said organization. Also, it turns out that Alyssa and her boyfriend had planned to eventually force Trent out of their schemes. This means that Alyssa was using her brother's love for her gain. I'm sure the betrayal that Trent felt after he found out was immeasurable. Alyssa and everyone involved were found guilty of theft crimes and were sent to prison, leading to Alyssa's kids having moved in with Tate. With the help of his parent, Tate is taking care of his 5 children. And on weekdays, I look after them, which is great for me as I've always loved children. It helps that they're so well-mannered children. I'm living a much better life now.
I'm almost off of work. I'm so excited to go out today. It's been a while.
Once I'm off work, I'll head over there. It's been a while since we've had a date after work.
Yeah, we had a lot to deal with. Having to go home as fast as possible.
Did the thing with the weird guy stop?
Once I started ignoring his texts and calls, he eventually stopped trying. Although, I do still feel his stare at work sometimes. It's best not to just pay it any mind, I guess.
Well, if he does or says anything else weird, be sure to talk to your boss about it. I'm really worried about you.
Sorry for making you worry like this.
It's not something you have to apologize for, Millie. It's that scum's fault. I had them change my section over to yours, so now I can get a bit more info from others about him.
He's a weird guy, so I think the best course of action is to avoid any interaction with him.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Well, be careful, okay? I'll rush over as soon as I can. Meet you at the station.
Alright, I just finished some. I'm heading over there now.
Okay, see you soon.
Who do you think you are? I thought it was strange for a while, but it seems you're the one causing this.
What are you talking about? How'd you get this number?
When I was checking Millie's phone earlier, I sent your info to myself. You were getting quite cozy with her.
So you were the one who stole her phone. She was talking to me about how when she came back from the bathroom it was gone. You do know that stealing a person's phone is a crime, right?
I returned the phone to her a while ago, so that's not important. If anything, you're the criminal.
What are you talking about? It's one thing to be stealing a person's phone, but you also came up and punched me out of nowhere, and yet you still claim to not be the criminal here.
You laid your filthy hands on my girlfriend! You're the one at fault! Anybody could see that you're the criminal.
What are you going on about?
We're getting married soon. Don't lay your filthy hands on another person's things. My fiancé was walking around with another man. Of course I would attack you.
Fiancé? I think you have the wrong person.
Huh? I didn't make any kind of mistake. You have the nerve to call whatever you were doing on a date? Are you stupid? There's no way my girlfriend would give you the time of day.
So the reason you randomly punched my face was for that? Millie was telling me how there's a weird guy at the company, but I didn't expect you to be this strange.
Strange? The strange one is you. Don't you get that?
You think that I'm interfering with your chances with her, so you attacked me. You're definitely the crazy one.
You're getting on my nerves here. Keep away from my girlfriend.
Getting mad over a misunderstanding is fine, but why are you convinced that Millie is your fiancé?
Keep her name out of your mouth. Who even are you anyways? You look shady. Why are you always around her?
You still don't understand anything, even when Millie herself explained? Hitting someone and then running away is completely uncalled for.
I get shy in front of Millie, so I can't talk to her. I just retreated from the moment. I'm planning on talking to her later, so it's fine. Don't ever go near her again. She's mine.
This is starting to get really annoying, Frank. Are you out of your mind? A misunderstanding like this can only lead to issues.
A misunderstanding? What are you going on about? You're the one who misunderstands.
I doubt I'm the one in the wrong here.
You take advantage of Millie's kindness and keep bugging her. Going as far as to hold her hand is practically assault. I only protected her from you. You were bothering my fiancé, so I attacked. Stay away from her, you hear me?
She's my wife.
Liar!
I doubt someone as far removed from reality would believe this, but it's true. I can't handle this conversation any longer. This will be reported to the office.
Huh? What are you going to tell them?
My job is to overlook the deals your company makes.
What?
If anything, I'm considered your higher up. Once I mention your display of violence today, it will surely be an issue. This will probably lead to the deal being dropped.
Overlook deals? Wait, you're my boss? I didn't know about that.
Well, I did take over the last guy's job. I'm sure you wouldn't have known.
Either way, it doesn't matter who you are. You laying a hand on my girlfriend would of course lead to that. How about you rethink your actions?
Everybody at your company knows that she's married to me. You're the only one who doesn't know.
I don't believe that. Millie and I are known as a couple at work.
You're the only one who thinks that. Could Could you cut it out with those weird fantasies? That's my wife you're talking about. If you really don't believe me, then go ask your coworkers. My wife has been scared of you because of your stalkerish ways. She just couldn't do anything because she didn't want to cause a disturbance at work. Just so that you wouldn't stalk her home, she switched up the usual route.
Whoa, hang on. Why is Millie saying the same thing as you are to me right now? What's the meaning of this?
Of course she is. She's right beside me right now. She's sending you the same thing, but I guess she's reached her limit. You're screwed. You'll be sorry that you ever messed with us. Prepare yourself.
Millie is sending me an unbelievable amount of harsh messages to me right now. Are you forcing her to say these things to me?
You're the only one who thought that you guys were in a relationship. Everyone else saw you as a dangerous man and kept their distance from you. It's time you realize that you're the issue.
Millie is being so harsh right now. Can't believe she would say these things. You have to be the one saying all these horrible things.
Those are her true thoughts. You annoyed her so much that she decided to stop being all nice to you. Don't you ever show your face in front of us again.
I annoyed her? I annoyed Millie. Since when?
From the start. Well, any person would get mad if you punched their partner in front of them. Plus, a crazed stalker going this far would push anyone over. Just because my wife is a nice person does not mean you get to take advantage of the niceness. If anything, I wanted to punch you instead, but I don't want to fall in the same level of low as you.
Same level as me? What are you trying to say? What did I do wrong, huh?
You punched your coworker's husband in the face. That's more than enough to be called a crime.
I didn't know that Millie was so uncomfortable around me, and that she was married? Is that really true?
You finally understand what I'm saying now?
I didn't think that she was married. I can't really believe it at all.
If you don't want to believe it, then go ahead. Everyone else already knows. It's only you who didn't notice. Everyone around you kept their distance and you didn't notice. You committed multiple crimes. You'll likely be fired.
What? Fired?
Well, it's really up to your management to figure out what they'll do to you, but remember that I am in charge of the deal that you guys are trying to make. I'll be sure to mention what happened today to them.
Mention what happened? Why? What would you even tell them? What did I do?
Shut up. You're being such a nuisance right now. I'll personally make sure that you won't be able to work with my wife ever again. You went way over the line of professionalism. Also, I filed a report against you to the police.
What? A report? Why? About what?
How many times do I have to explain this to you? You randomly went up to me and attacked me. Did you somehow erase the memory of your fist connecting with my face?
But that's because I thought you were bothering Millie. I was trying to protect her.
I have no idea what you're going on about, but Millie is still rather aggravated right now, so never bother us again. Although I doubt you will be able to anymore, you'll be fired and also be taken in by the police for questioning, leading you to being set as a criminal.
I didn't think that Millie was this type of person. I was fooled. She was leading me on. She just led me to a trap.
Here you go again with your strange imagination. This wasn't a trap. You were bothering Millie and now you're paying the price. Cut it out. I'll be sure to make you pay for all the trouble you caused her.
I'm sorry.
What?
Everything that happened was all a misunderstanding on my part. I was so deep into this misunderstanding that I boldly laid my hands on you. Please, accept my apology and forgive me.
You sure turned your behavior around quickly.
I can't lose this job, so please. I didn't think that Millie was this type of woman. I was just tricked. Look, let's not escalate this any further, okay? I was technically part of a marriage scam here.
You really have some nerve. You stalk my wife, punch me in the face, and then blame everything on my wife at the end? I will never forgive you. You will have hell to pay.
What? No, I'm not apologizing. I'm trying to explain that I'm not at fault here. Why are you getting so mad? Please calm down.
You better think about what you've done. I'll make sure you regret everything. Goodbye, scum. I'm sure the police are on their way to arrest you. You might want to start getting an excuse ready for them. Although I doubt that they would believe whatever you come up with. Get ready to live the rest of your life filled with regret. In the end, the police did come and take him to the station. There was a security camera footage of his attack which led to the proof of his guilt. He was arrested shortly after. After having the police involved in his stalker habits being revealed, he was soon fired from his job. He became unemployed and unwanted from any other job. Millie, finally free from the source of trouble at work, is now able to comfortably continue working. Trent managed to sue and get decent sum from Frank. They both went back to their peaceful, everyday lives. Misunderstandings that go this far can really cause problems to those who aren't involved. Hopefully, after getting arrested, Frank learned his lesson.
Hey, when are you leaving? Whenever you're here, I have nowhere to put my stuff. It's annoying.
What? I have no intention of leaving. I mean, I do live here.
Oh, really? Oof, that's rough. You got married, so why don't you go live with my brother? Why are you still here? Are you dumb?
I'm here for your father.
How caring of you. So you're here to look after my sick dad. That makes sense. The problem is that you're no help to me, so could you leave already?
What do you mean by you don't have room for your stuff?
Pretty soon the house is going to be filled with a bunch of things. Your property included, of course.
What I'm asking is, what are these things?
Why does that matter to you? It's stuff I need to run my business. It's not something you would understand if I tried to explain.
If you're trying to work on a business, then why don't you just rent a warehouse for storage and whatnot? Why are you trying to do it at home? What kind of business does that?
Businesses these days focus on efficiency more than anything else. Besides, the amount of effort and money that would be lost renting a warehouse, doing everything here is a lot more efficient.
Is that so? So then what kind of work are you doing?
You wouldn't understand if I told you.
At least tell me what category of work it falls into. Are you scamming people?
Huh? Are you making fun of me? I'll let you know that it's a store that my boyfriend and I work at. We sell products. Do you understand what I'm saying so far?
Yeah, I do. What's up with your vague explanations? In what way are you running the business? What are you selling?
Gosh, you're being so annoying. Just move out soon. I'm using your room as my warehouse, so I'm going to need you to at least get out of there.
Sorry, but I won't be doing that. Good luck with your, business.
It's legitimate.
Hang on. Do you believe that I'm part of a marriage scam?
Yeah, there's proof of it. There's a picture of you meeting countless men.
And I keep telling you that it's not me in that photo.
Anybody can see that it's you.
You've got it all wrong. This is photoshopped.
Okay, if that's what you claim, then prove it.
Prove it? I can't even remember these photos. Which only means that these would be photoshopped. I'm not all that great with technology, so I can't say much else about it.
I can't believe this. I thought you would have some kind of solid proof. Plus, it's not even just that picture. I searched up your full name, and a result of you getting arrested for a previous scam appeared.
My name isn't that rare, so it's not hard to believe that someone could have the same first and last name.
Even the age was the same, though. Haley Smith, age 28.
This is such a pain. What are you doing other than Haley Smith?
This doesn't. I'm getting a divorce with you. My dad seems to believe in you, but I, on the other hand, can't trust you anymore as your husband.
So you'll just believe a rumor that sounds like Sarah would say.
Yeah, that's right. She's my little sister who's far more critical. Plus, there's solid proof. There's no way you can lie your way out of this. If you understand what's good for you, then you should get out of here as soon as possible.
Okay, but I will say this one last thing. I have never done a marriage scam. I did marry you because I loved you.
I won't believe a single deceiving thing you say. I loved and trusted you, Haley, and yet you betrayed me.
You're entitled to your thoughts.
I heard you got kicked out by my brother. Poor you.
Do you enjoy spreading rumors? I'm sure you had fun with this one.
What are you talking about? Sounds like you're trying to make me look bad. I only protected my brother from the evil grasp of marriage scams.
You went through the effort to make false proof just to get me out of the room.
I didn't do anything of the sort. However, I am very happy about you being out of the house finally.
Why would you do this? Did I do something to you?
Not really. Not really. You were just in the way. You are way too stubborn and headstrong. It's annoying.
Just for something like that?
I think that's more than enough of a reason. You have to get rid of things and people who are disturbing your lifestyle.
Isn't that just admitting to the crime?
I'm not admitting that I did anything, though. But make no mistake, you were a thorn in my side. You being out of the house is just lucky for me. Wait, you're still here?
I can't leave that quickly. I'm packing my stuff up.
Hurry up! You being here is causing me so much stress. Get out of here already, or else I will be bringing in the police.
On what grounds?
Illegally loitering, obviously. You're just an acquaintance of ours now. How much longer are you going to stand around here? Criminals aren't welcome here.
And I already am trying to. I am trying to pack up my stuff and have everything ready for the movers to pick up at noon. Until then, I'm going to be here.
I don't care. Get out! Your presence alone is enough to make me feel horrible.
I'm telling you to be patient.
Marriage scamming criminals can't be left alone. If you don't want the police here, then leave.
Looks like the police are here.
You're so gonna get arrested.
Well, I called them here.
What? Why would you do something like that? Are you trying to turn yourself in?
Nope. If anything, the police being called here is bad news for you.
Huh? What are you talking about? The trespasser here is the one in trouble.
You can drop the act now. You are fully aware of what's going on.
Wait, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you've been going on about.
If you have no idea, then why did you run from the back door?
Well, that's because I had to do some shopping.
Oh, really? What are you going to buy?
What I'm gonna buy? Well, I wanted to get some toast. We ran out of toast, so I went to go buy some.
So that means you're heading towards the grocery store nearby, right? So then, why are you sprinting towards the subway?
What?
I'm asking why you're running to the subway station. You wouldn't be trying to buy some simple toast from a store further away, right? Did you always have such a strong preference for what kind of toast you eat?
What's going on here? Are you trailing behind me?
Of course not. I'm paying good money for this, so why would I go through the effort of moving on my own? I'm home enjoying a cup of coffee.
What? But the police?
I lied. I never called the police. Well, at least not yet anyways. I always plan to do so eventually.
What is going on here? What are you trying to do? Also, what do you mean by paid good money for this?
Earlier, I hired a detective to look into you and your Business? Well, just mainly your business.
A detective?
He's been on your tail all day today. Seems like you managed to get onto the subway. Are you perhaps in a dazed state of mind?
So, what did you discover?
Well, the truth.
You've got it all wrong. I was just listening to the given instructions. I have no real part in this. I'm not the bad guy here. You've got to believe me.
Oh, really? Then there should be no issue with me calling the police.
If you just tell them what you just told me, there should be no reason to run from them.
They won't believe me if I say something like that.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't. You used your own house as the warehouse for your business. It only looks like you were 100% willing to do it. No, that's because I was threatened.
Buying large amounts of counterfeit brand goods from overseas and then reselling them as the real deal is a serious crime. You called a major scam like that a business.
Shut up! All that has nothing to do with me. Besides, do you even have any proof that I would be involved in this?
There are tons of it.
Well, even if you did, I was threatened into the business anyway. You don't have proof that I was doing this out of my own free will, right?
I believe that the leader of this organization, James, was it? Anyways, he's talking to the cops right now.
What?
You know, the leader of this scamming organization and also your boyfriend, James? He was arrested a few hours ago. I hate to break it to you, but I doubt he's the type to protect his friends and the opportunity to save himself.
He got arrested? No way. But he said that everything would be okay.
Maybe you should hurry up and turn yourself in before it's too late. It would be entirely pointless to run away. You should turn yourself in and restart your life with better choices.
I'm telling you, I didn't do it!
Were you always this much of an idiot? Do you understand now? Your sister was involved in a horrible scamming scheme? Are you now willing to reconsider believing me now that you can see that your sister is rather unreliable?
This can't be true.
There's so much proof. Not to mention her boyfriend got arrested. She's on the run now, but it's only a matter of time before she gets caught and stopped too.
That means the picture of you.
As I said before, it's photoshopped. Will you believe me now?
But why would she do such a thing?
According to her, she just didn't like me. She didn't like an outsider like me in her home when she moved back in with you guys.
A stupid reason like that led to her to do all of this?
You never know what a person who decided to join a scamming organization would do. Oh, also, I have proof from the guy in the picture that this is a photoshopped photo. The actual picture should arrive soon. After you see that, there's no way you would doubt me.
I'm so sorry, Haley. I wasn't myself. I can't believe I fell for something like that.
It's fine. I don't blame you given that I had no way to defend myself. Plus, your sister who you love and trust was the one who told you. Are we good?
Are you sure? You're not mad at all?
It's fine, I promise. As long as you can fully understand, trust me, and never do something like that again. On the other hand, I will not be forgiving your sister.
What are you gonna do now?
For now, I guess let the detective trail her until the end. After that, she's the police's problem.
Haley, I'm sorry for everything.
I told you it's fine. I didn't even call them, and yet the police showed up at home. Aren't you tired of running? There's no point in it. Although I heard you got the detective to back off. Pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Shut up. This is all your fault. I hate this!
You can get all mad and place the blame on me all you want, but if you just hurry up and turn yourself in, then you could still have a chance at redeeming your life. The more you run, the worse this is all going to get for you. Just hand yourself in. This is for your good.
If I go now, will they be a bit more merciful?
Better than if you continue running, for sure. As long as you show that you've learned your lesson, things should be fine.
Thanks. I'll do that. Will you forgive me as well, Haley?
What? No, of course not. Are you dumb? I'm still bitter about all the trouble you've caused me. I'll be sure to sue you over the false accusations of me being a scammer. I hope you're prepared to be paying me, dumb brat.
Hang on, but you were being so nice to me just moments ago.
I just want you to hurry up and turn yourself in so that I can file a lawsuit against you. So do me a favor and just turn yourself in already.
What's wrong with you, you traitor? Why isn't Dad answering my calls? What's going on?
He said he doesn't want to talk to you. You're not allowed back in this home. Saw that one coming.
That's not fair! If I get arrested, who's gonna deal with the bail money?
You should figure out what to do on your own. I mean, after all, this is your business, right? After that, while Sarah did try her best to run away, she finally got caught and arrested. Along with her original crime, she has been charged with a few others as well, leading her to await trial. The money she's getting sued with from the victim she scammed, along with the lawsuit I have against her, she's spending her days in her cell in despair. Also, her boyfriend was found guilty of multiple charges and is awaiting a worse fate than her. After getting out of jail, Sarah crawled back home in tears, asking her father for forgiveness. But true to his words, she wasn't allowed back. The news of what happened spread around town and she became the laughingstock of the town. She eventually couldn't handle it and moved out of town, never to return. I'm not sure where she went or what she's doing, but I did see on the news last year that she was arrested for another charge of scamming. I guess it's hard to get out of the lifestyle once you've tried it once.
Samantha, what's the meaning of this? The house is completely empty. Did we get robbed or something?
Oh, that? I'm moving out. My bad. Thanks for everything.
Moving out? What do you mean you're moving out?
I'm saying that I'm moving out of the house. I didn't feel like separating your stuff and mine, so I just took everything with me. You're fine with that, right?
Of course I'm not okay with that. The house is practically empty. I'm going to need you to explain what's going on properly.
I've explained it a couple of times already. Have you always been this slow? I am getting a divorce from you, which means I also am moving out. End of story. Anything else you need me to explain?
I'm asking for a reason. You left without a single word. No discussions or anything.
The reason? The reason I left is because you're unreliable as a man.
What? I've done so much for you, though.
Ew. I can't stand a desperate man. You were just naive and useful enough, which is why I kept you around. You have no appealing points as a man.
This wouldn't happen because I paid off all your debts and now I'm no longer of use to you anymore, right?
You're correct. I'm finally free from your sorry excuse of a man. Man, was it a hard time being with you. I was so embarrassed to be seen in public with you.
This is just beyond cruel. I spent 10 long years paying off your debt.
Well, the fact that it took you 10 years to pay off a $2 million debt is where the problem is. A normal man would have paid it off at most in 3 years.
That is impossible. You're underestimating the outside world.
No, I'm definitely not. There are men in this world that make more money than you do. Besides, you tried to get me a part-time job, didn't you? That was so unattractive, I couldn't believe it. What man makes their wife work as well?
That's because you kept buying so much jewelry. It's already enough of a struggle to be paying off your debt. Plus, I didn't even try to make you work. I was just trying to discuss finances with you.
In the end, it just meant that you were indirectly telling me to work. I work hard enough being a housewife, but to add a job on top of that?
Housewife? When were you behaving like one? You always went out to do whatever else. You come home later than I do, and I'm the one coming home from work. I cook your dinner, clean the house, do our laundry. That was all me!
Really? I don't remember at all. Sorry.
There you go again. Whenever you know you're in the wrong, you just pretend to forget. You always.
I have no interest in hearing your complaints. Thanks for helping out with my debt. This means you are no longer needed in my life, so our marriage is over.
You're the absolute worst.
Goodbye. Hey, Tate. I saw Samantha out in town just now.
Really?
Yeah, she was attached to some random dude I've never seen before. Are you guys okay? I thought about saying something to her as her sister-in-law, but by the time I gained the courage, she was gone. I always told you that she was trouble. I'm definitely right.
Yeah, you were. She moved out earlier today.
What?
When I came back from home from my business trip, the house was empty. She announced that she was divorcing me and that she moved out.
She just took everything and left? Crazy.
You know, that makes sense. She was seeing another dude. Well, I mean, I had a feeling she was.
Wait, her leaving you now can't be a coincidence.
Yep, I paid off her debt, which means I'm no longer needed in her life. She had that plan the entire time. Makes sense why she didn't want to have any kids either.
Thank goodness that you had a backup plan just for something like this. I did warn you that something like this might happen.
Yeah, I didn't want to believe you, but you kept bugging me about it. Thanks for looking out for me, sis.
Glad to have a sister around, aren't you? So, what are you gonna do now?
Firstly, I'm gonna contact my lawyer. Man, I really didn't think that this would happen.
I was impressed that you guys were married for 10 years. Anyone could see that she wasn't a good person.
Well, yeah, but she had her moments.
You're not telling me that you still have some sort of feelings for her, right?
After all that she said to me, definitely not. Although I do admit I might be feeling rather lonely.
Well, anyways, you should move out of that house. It's way too big for just you alone, and I'm sure it holds some bitter memories now.
Yeah, I'll do that. Since she took everything, packing shouldn't be an issue.
You're going to have to cling to any positivity you can. I can help out a bit with the moving. I weirdly like seeing empty houses. I want to see how yours look.
Sure, I'll be home for today and tomorrow, so drop by anytime. Thanks for helping me feel better.
No problem at all. I'll head over after I pick up some things. If you have anything you want me to get, just let me know.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, I found the she-devil. She's still with that man. I'm gonna do some snooping.
Huh? Hey, wait!
Hey you, I got a call from the lawyer. What's going on? They were going on about something with $2 million and a prenup of whatever. I got rather agitated and hung up, so you deal with this.
Samantha, you have no intentions of coming back, right?
Of course not. Even if the world were to end and we were the last two people alive, I still wouldn't want to be with you ever again. Why don't you go look for a girl who has some use for you?
Is that so? Well, then you're gonna have to pay me back that $200,000.
What are you saying? Or to pay you back? Do you know how hard it was to be with you for 10 years?
Do you know how I felt working those 10 years paying off your debt?
No, I don't, and I don't care enough to find out. Besides, you were with me. That should have been the happiest 10 years of your life. To a man like you, I was the biggest treasure.
You can keep all that confidence for all I care, but do you remember that contract that I had you sign 10 years ago?
What contract?
The contract is about paying back your debts. I handed you the contract telling you to look it over and sign it afterwards.
I don't remember anything like that. What of it?
That contract stated that if we were ever to get a divorce, you would have to pay me back the amount of money I paid your debts off. I have a contract with me right now with your signature on it.
What? What does that mean?
Look, you may think that you got lucky with me paying off your debt, but now you're in a situation of owing me money. You have to pay off a loan to me.
What?
I had no intention of charging you since we were married, but since we're divorced, I have no qualms about forcing you to pay me back.
What is going on? I didn't hear about this. I don't know anything about this.
The contract has your signature on it.
I don't know anything about what's written on it, so that contract has to be invalid, right?
Wrong. You signed it. I'm sure you signed it without reading it just to make sure that I pay your debts. But you signed it regardless.
This is wrong. A contract like that was only made to keep me chained to you.
If we were to get divorced in a way that I could have agreed on, then I wouldn't be using this against you. I only kept it as backup. I thought that you understood that. Yet you humiliated me and tossed me aside. That means I have every right to charge you. Don't think you can escape this. I have all the documents ready. If you have no intent on paying me back, then I'll just go to the police and sue you.
Hang on. I got it, okay? But think about it. I can't just pay you back that largest sum immediately.
It's not my business. You're bound by this contract to pay me back. That's all that matters to me.
Tate, I got it. You want to get back together with me, right?
What?
I'm moved by your will to win me back. You do want me back in your life. We should continue our lives with each other. You still haven't submitted divorce papers yet,
What are you talking about? I already handed it in ages ago.
right? What? Why? I know that I left them for you, but you already turned them in? It hasn't even been a day.
Do you think I would want to get back together with you? I'm actually quite scared of how full of yourself you are.
You really going to force me to pay you back $2 million? I can't pay that much. I don't have to pay money that I can't afford to pay, right? I mean, I can't pay for it.
As I said before, you underestimate the world. You made me pay your debt for 10 years, and yet you claim to be unable to.
You decide to pay my debts out of your own free will. You can't be complaining about this now.
Like I said, I had no intention of having you pay me back. I only kept the contract in case you were playing me. I never expected to have to use it against you.
I won't forgive you for this. I won't give you a single penny.
You're gonna have to, one way or another. Where are you right now? Let's have our lawyers discuss this with each other.
Why would I do that? I'm coming with Joseph to you.
Joseph? Who?
My boyfriend. Unlike you, Joseph is a real man.
So you were cheating on me. The man you were seen out walking with today was him, wasn't it?
I was dreaming of the day I could be with him. It's not cheating. I truly love him.
Don't care. Also, what is he gonna do when you guys get here?
Peacefully hand over that contract, or else who knows what Joseph will do to you.
Huh? Would that happen to be the man downstairs holding a metal pipe?
Yup, it'll be super bad for you if you get him angry. So what will you do? If you hand over the contract, we'll leave without causing you any harm.
Like I would ever do that. I'm calling the police.
Is that so? Well then, I see we'll just have him force you to hand it over.
He's already in my room. Stop punching the door. I'll call the cops for Wait.
Wait, Jasmine? This is an unlawful arrest. The one who should be taken away is the beast of a woman. Why does Joseph have to be the one getting arrested?
Unlawful? Sis did nothing wrong. Plus, he was trying to enter my home while being armed. That's a major offense.
That doesn't mean she had to attack him until he was knocked out.
Sis just dodged his swing. He just lost his balance, fell over, and was knocked out from the impact of hitting the ground. What's his deal?
No, that's not right. That demon, Jasmine, knocked him out. We're suing you guys for assault.
Oh, well, sue to your heart's content, but I hope you remember that this apartment is filled with security cameras. There's no way that one of those cameras didn't catch what happened outside. Make sure you pay me back. After what happened today, the police are watching you closely. Can't run now.
I'll do anything, so please forgive me. There's no way I can pay you back.
Why don't you just rely on that Joseph guy?
Joseph was on probation. After today, there's no way he's not getting sent back to jail.
What? Are you serious?
I didn't expect him to break down that door either. I only wanted him to scare you a bit, but I guess he got too caught up in the moment.
Okay, well, regardless, I have no intentions of letting you off. I expect you to pay me back. Also, everything that you took from my house will need to be paid back.
Why? I'm apologizing for you this much. Why won't you forgive me?
I've already explained this multiple times. Were you always this slow? Maybe it's because it finally registered in her head that she won't be forgiven, but she headed straight to town. Just as Samantha said, Joseph, whom she had planned on marrying, was sent to jail, and now she has to work part-time to pay off the debt. He's paying it off slowly, but at this rate, she'll probably be spending the next 20 years paying this off. I don't care much about her paying me back, but I do hope that she learns her lesson within these 20 years. As for me, I moved out of the place I lived in with Samantha and rented an apartment, starting the life of living alone again. The money I spent 10 years paying off her debt can now be used for myself. I weirdly feel rich, and I'm not sure how I should be spending all this money. Well, I do plan on taking my caring sister out to a fancy meal since she helped me out a lot.
Hi, Dad. How have you been? I have some amazing news to share with you. I'm getting married!
Oh, wow! That's great! Your mother never mentioned that things were so serious between you and your boyfriend.
Actually, Mom didn't know that I was in a serious relationship either. I only told her yesterday, so she was pretty surprised. I wanted to tell the both of you in person, but it seems that you're really busy, so I texted you guys instead.
You're right. I've been pretty busy lately. But this is important. I can make time for you. When do you want to come over?
That sounds great. Let me check my schedule and get back to you. You'd be surprised to know that you've already met my fiancé.
What do you mean by that?
You'll see when you meet him. I'm so excited.
Okay. What's your fiancé like?
He works at a company that happens to be one of your clients. His name is Nate. Does that ring a bell?
Oh yes, it does. I know Nate. He works in sales, doesn't he? He's really good at his job, too. Well done. You picked a good guy to marry.
Well, it's not like I selected him from a group of men or anything. We just found that we have a lot in common. Anyway, I look forward to introducing you and Mom to Nate.
How about next weekend? Does that work for the two of you?
I think so. I'll write it down on my calendar. See you next week then. I'll make sure that Nate is available too. I'll get back to you when I know for sure, okay? Oh, I heard from Mom that you've been working on the weekends as well. Don't work too hard though. You need to rest too. What are you working on that is keeping you so busy?
I suppose it just means that my position in the company is becoming more senior. Being promoted isn't all fun. It means more responsibility too.
Oh, so that means you got a promotion then? But why did the company lower your salary? It doesn't seem fair.
What are you talking about?
Mom told me that they lowered your salary, but you've been working longer hours with no overtime. I don't think that you should let the company abuse you like this.
They're not abusing me. You don't need to worry about that. I've been assigned some new tasks, and it's taking me some time to get used to them. Your mother shouldn't have said anything to you.
Oh. Alright then. I guess that makes sense because Nate tells me that your company takes great care of its employees. He told me that it didn't make sense that they were making you do more work for less money.
You don't need to be concerned. I can take care of myself. Nate doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't even work for the same company that I do. He'll understand when he's older and more mature. Besides, I'm getting benefits that are only available to people in my position. But because we get these benefits, we're not allowed to charge for overtime. So basically, I get paid an annual salary and no overtime. Do you get how it works now?
Of course I knew that. What I'm trying to tell you is that it doesn't make sense that they lowered your annual salary. If you got a promotion, your salary would stay the same or be raised.
Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore with you. I need to get back to work now. See you next week.
You're still working?
I am. So I really don't have time to be talking to you over chat. I look forward to sitting down with Nate and getting to know him better.
Okay. See you next week then. Good luck with work. A few days later. Mom, don't you think that Dad's been acting strange lately? I feel like he's hiding something from us. I agree. He's not quite himself these days. But hey, you don't need to worry about it. I can handle your father on my own. I told him my wedding date, but Dad didn't seem too interested. It kind of felt like he already had plans on that day. It feels like he's not even excited that I'm getting married. Me getting married is kind of a big deal. I expected him to be more enthusiastic than this. I'm sure that he's thrilled that you're getting married to Nate. He just has a weird way of showing it. Work is keeping him really busy and he hasn't gotten the chance to be happy about your engagement yet. He won't miss your wedding though. He loves you too much. Perhaps we can all sit down and talk about things when the time is right. What do you mean by that? You're making me think that something bad is going to happen to our family. I'm an adult, Mom. You don't need to hide anything from me. I can handle it. I don't want Nate to pick up on the fact that things are awkward in our family right now. You have a point. I was planning on telling you, but I didn't want to ruin your engagement or your wedding. I haven't said anything to your father about this, so will you keep it between us for now? I want to process things before I go and have a talk with your father. What do you need to process? I won't tell Dad, so please, tell me what's going on. It seems that your father is in love with someone else. What? So he's cheating on you then? Yes, but I didn't want to say anything until your wedding was over. I can't believe that Dad would do this to you. It's unforgivable. I'd like to have a word with him about this. And that's exactly what I don't want you to do. Let me talk to him when I'm ready. I'm still sorting things out. I'm also gathering all the evidence that I need. Wow. You're really handling this on your own? I'm proud of you, Mom. If Nate ever cheated on me like this, I'd go crazy. Yeah, it's best not to be cheated on. But if you have been, then the best way to deal with it is through revenge. I'm going to make sure that my plans don't interfere with your wedding, though. If it were just an affair, I might have been able to get past it, but the person he's cheating with is the other problem. What do you mean? The day of the wedding.
I'm in the middle of work right now. I can't pick up the phone right now.
How could you be at work right now? Call me back now! 3 hours later.
I'm still working. I'll get back to you later.
It's Saturday! And do you know what day it is today?
I'm on a business trip. I'm busy. What do you want?
Do you really have to ask? You're unbelievable!
What do you mean by that? I'm working. Show a little respect. Now stop texting me. I've got to go now.
I can't believe that you're the one getting mad about this. Do you understand what you're doing to our family?
What do you mean? I'm working for my family. I really have to go. Stop bothering me.
You're so clueless, it makes me sick. I'm ashamed to have you as my father. I really hate you right now, and you're not the person that I thought you were.
What's with all the name calling? You're the one that's bothering me. Why are you so pissed? Now can you please let me get back to work?
Well, what kind of father forgets about his own daughter's wedding?
What?
I can't believe that you didn't come to my wedding. And I won't ever forgive you for it. So you forgot about my wedding because you were so preoccupied about going on your stupid trip with your young lover? Did I get that right?
Wait, how do you know about the trip?
Can you really call yourself a good father and husband after what you've done? You're dating someone that is close to my age. And you're so obsessed with her that you forgot to come to my wedding. How could you?
Wait, today's your wedding?
Yes, it is! Well, it's too late because you've already ruined everything. The wedding is over. And you didn't walk me down the aisle like you promised you would. I despise you.
It was an honest mistake. I didn't forget out of spite. Miranda, I'm so sorry about this. I'll find a way to make it up to you.
It's too late for your apologies. The damage has already been done.
But
You hurt me and Mom enough by having an affair, but on top of that, you forgot to come to my wedding? How could you?
I'm on a business trip, not a holiday. It's not my fault. and I'm not having an affair. This is all a big misunderstanding.
I see. So you're just going to continue lying to my face then? I spoke with the CEO of your company. He told me that you aren't on a business trip. Does that mean that he's the one that's lying?
You spoke to the CEO?
Well, he was at my wedding, so I thought I'd ask. I thought that it was strange that my father missed my wedding. When do you plan on telling us the truth? You can't run from this.
Why was the CEO at your wedding in the first place? Your wedding's not that important.
I see. So that's how you feel about my wedding then?
That's not what I meant. Your wedding is important to me, but why to our CEO? He doesn't know you personally.
You haven't been listening to anything I told you, huh? My fiance Nate is the son of the CEO of your client's company.
What? So you're marrying the son of a CEO?
Yes. So the CEO of your company attended as a guest of Nate's family. You should have known all this. Most of senior management was at our wedding.
Oh my. This can't be good for me.
No, it's not. And you're the one that caused this to happen. Are you starting to realize the gravity of your actions? Mom and I are in a really awkward position because of you. Well, your punishment is coming your way, so be prepared.
I'm on my way to the wedding venue right now. I'm sure that it's not too late.
I already told you that it's too late. The wedding is finished. So there's no point in you coming here. I'm cutting all ties with you.
Isn't that a little extreme? Give me a chance to make amends. I'm your father. You can't cut me out of your life.
Well, what kind of father forgets about his daughter's wedding to go on a trip with his lover? You're not my father anymore. And Mom feels the same way. She wants nothing to do with you. She's going to divorce you.
Divorce? She hasn't said anything to me about that. How many times do I have to tell you that I'm not having an affair? What can I do to have you believe me?
You're a disgrace. Why don't you stop lying? No one believes anything that you say. And you can't deny it because I already know the truth. Do you know why?
Aren't you just making this all up?
Then how come I know how old your lover is then? Mom hired a private investigator and she has all the information about your affair. Your lover happens to work at the same company as Nate.
I can't believe that your mother hired a private investigator!
Well, she was smart to do so. I don't consider you to be my father anymore. I don't want you to get in touch with me ever again. Nate already told his parents about your affair.
So Nate's father knows?
Yes, he does. And Mom told the CEO of your company. Practically everyone knows about your affair now.
How can she do this to me?
To you? You did this to us! Why don't you have a talk with your CEO and see what he thinks about your affair? That is, if you even have the courage to ask for a one-on-one meeting with your CEO.
Miranda, I apologize about missing your wedding. That was not my intention. You have to believe me.
It's too late to regret anything. It's already done. Your life as you know it ended the minute you decided to have an affair. You chose a really bad person to have an affair with as well. And it was stupid of you to plan a trip with her on the same day as my wedding.
How many times do I have to apologize about missing your wedding? I'm really sorry and I mean it. I'm going to make it up to you.
And how are you going to do that? Well, you just pay the alimony that you owe Mom and leave us alone. Mom and I are no longer on your side. You're on your own.
Do you have to be so hard on me? People make mistakes. We all do. Let me explain, and I'm sure that you and your mother will find it in your hearts to forgive me.
Well, I don't have the time to listen to your lame excuses. There's never a good reason for cheating on your spouse. I got married today, and I'm happy. I don't need my former father trying to ruin it for me. Please stop texting me.
I've been a good father to you. You can't cut me out because of one mistake.
You may have been a good father to me in the past, but that's in the past now.
What else do you want me to say?
Good luck with your life. It was nice knowing you. Have a happy life with your lover. Afterward, Miranda's father, Sean, showed up at the wedding venue, but it was too late. All the guests had already left. Miranda blocked his number, so he was no longer able to get in touch with her. Sean's wife, Melanie, filed for a divorce and requested that he pay her alimony. Sean ended up borrowing money to pay the alimony to his ex-wife, and he was kicked out of the house. Things became uncomfortable for Sean at the workplace, too, and he ended up leaving. Sean's lover quit her job, too, but things weren't so bad for her because she got married to her young fiancé. Sean was all alone and lost everything that was important to him. If only he hadn't been so stupid to start an affair. We can't help but feel a little sorry for what happened to him in the end.
Have you made it home yet?
Not yet.
You're heading there now, right?
Yes, I am.
Remember, if you show up too late, you're gonna be bothering my mom, so make sure you keep that in mind, okay?
Yeah.
What is that attitude? You should be ecstatic. You're gonna be with my mom for over a month. You should be more excited.
Why should I be? I'm literally pregnant right now. Can't believe you're saying what you're saying right now.
What, this again? We already talked about this enough, didn't we? Why do you keep bringing it up?
I'm just saying that most of the time when people go home for their pregnancy, they mean they go home to their wife's parents, not her husband's. You're probably the only person in the world who would send his own wife to his parents' house.
What do you mean send? I just said things that made perfect sense. You're off work anyway. You should be able to help Mom out. It shouldn't be a problem, right? You're probably bored anyway when you're on maternity leave. Mom is already getting old. You need to start taking care of things around the house. What are you gonna do if something happens to Mom?
Do you understand the intention behind maternity leave? It means that I'm going to be pushing a baby out. So I need to make sure to rest and focus on that. That's already going to be tough pushing out a watermelon. You're trying to make me take care of your own parents, too. I've seriously kind of lost hope in you.
Why are you talking about that now? Mom is already waiting on you. Can you hurry up? Why don't you have her teach you how to cook? You're not that good of a cook anyway. I wish she'd really learn from my mom, you know? I wish I had a wife that was just like my mom. I can't believe a wife that would possibly start throwing a tantrum just because she's gonna have a baby. I really don't understand. And you have the audacity to call yourself my wife?
Just having a baby? I'm thinking that's more audacious than what I'm saying.
What are you talking about? It hasn't even been born yet. You're off for a whole month. You're just gonna do nothing at home anyway. That means you should be helping someone. Besides, you already agreed to the whole thing. Stop complaining. I wanted to go home to my parents' house with you. There's really nothing that beats my mom's handmade cooking.
Then you should go home.
Now, stop being like that. I would have gone home if I could have, but I have work to do. It's not like I have a choice. Unlike you, I can't just take off to do nothing by taking maternity leave. It must be nice being a woman. It must be so easy.
I'm seriously getting tired of hearing about you. I don't think I can keep doing this with you. Everything you say has made me feel from bad to worse.
Huh? What are you talking about? What I'm saying right now is pretty common in life. It's not like it's crazy. Literally everyone thinks the same thing I do.
Okay, then why don't you talk to the people around you? You seem to like to say that it's easy to have a child, but it's not like you've ever experienced having a child at all. How could you possibly say that?
My mom already gave birth to kids though, but she didn't take off of her work.
Did you ask her yourself?
No, I didn't ask her, but I'm sure that my mom would never take off like that. She's a really strong and independent woman, so she would never take off just because she needs to give birth.
Okay, sure. If that's what you want to believe, then you can.
Anyway, stop your bitching and moaning, seriously. I'm letting you stay at my parents' house. You better do what you can for my mom. Once you have the baby, I'll be sure to show up and say hey. Good luck!
You don't have to come say hey. Come to think of it, I don't ever want to see you again.
What are you talking about? That's not how you should talk to your husband. Especially considering you're gonna be staying at my parents' house from now on. How could you be like that? You really don't have any kind of thank yous or graciousness?
Nope, not at all, because I'm not going there.
Huh? You're not?
Nope, I'm definitely not. I'm not going to your parents' house.
But a second ago you said you were.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going to my parents' house. You know, not yours?
Huh? What are you talking about? You said you were gonna go home today.
Yeah, I said go home. I never said whose home I would be going to. When I brought up going home for my childbirth, I didn't tell you, but the fact that you tried to send me to your parents' house, it made me think of you as something less than trash. It actually made me think that all the time I spent with you in my life was a waste.
Wait, hang on, that's going too far. What the hell are you talking about? You need to calm down.
I am calm. I've been thinking calmly. And after calmly thinking for the last month, things like you're being a complete spoiled brat taking off just because you're giving birth. Or if you have time to do that, you should take care of my mom. Or you married into the family, so going home to your own parents' house. So stop acting like a spoiled brat. You sound like some shitty husband straight out of a 40s movie. You keep making these statements that show clearly that you're into harassment and somehow in love with your mother still. I've decided to divorce you.
Wait, what? Divorce? What is going on all of a sudden? I didn't hear about this at all. I could never have predicted this would ever have happened.
Yeah, because I kept it from you. But I've already decided. Tried to teach some sense into you and make you understand me, but you really don't listen to me. You just keep pushing your opinion through as if it's the only thing that's right. Honestly, I've just kind of felt like it's enough.
What's enough? It's not enough. So, you're not gonna be going home then?
I said I am. I'm going to my own home. I already told Mom that you'd be going home. I know that she's getting ready for you.
Well, this is the absolute worst. Why would you do such a thing? You could have at least tried to talk to me about it.
Tried to talk to you? I've literally told you about what I thought numerous times. You were the one that continued to completely ignore me.
I didn't mean to.
It's also kind of interesting that I'm over here telling you that I want a divorce, and you're over here worried about what your mom is doing to get ready.
I'm sure you're just messing around with the divorce, right? You're just doing this whole thing to make me apologize to you, right? I already know what you're thinking.
You seriously don't understand, do you? You'll understand once you get home. I already have all the divorce papers filled out.
What? Are you being serious right now?
Also, I talked to your mom already. I just went ahead and called her just now. I didn't want her to think that I would be going today. You're a terrible husband with a really bad mommy complex, but Mom wasn't really a bad person or anything.
What are you talking about, being terrible husband with a mommy complex? You should seriously watch your tone when you talk to people.
You realize that she was apologizing, right?
Huh?
She said that she raised you wrong. Sorry for raising such a stupid son.
What? Why?
Apparently Mom thought that I couldn't go home to my parents because they were too far. That's why she thought I was going to her house. She said I didn't have to do any of the things around the house. She said that she was getting things ready so that I would be able to prepare it and get ready for the baby. Because, you know, you said that I would be going to her house. All without me agreeing with you. She got everything all ready. It's literally your fault she wasted her time.
That's what Mom said? But why? It's just childbirth.
Just childbirth? Are you stupid? No, seriously, answer the question. Are you dumb? It's literally one human being pushed out of another human being. You can never do it in your entire life. Can you stop pretending like your little story about how childbirth is easy is true? Mom was even agreeing with me. She's a seriously tough mother-in-law, but she even told me that after I gave birth, I didn't have to do anything. She was totally fine with doing everything for me. She said that she felt really bad for not being able to teach you anything. And that the divorce makes complete sense, so she can't argue with me. She literally agreed with me.
Are you serious? I didn't know that. Fine. Maybe, just maybe I was wrong this time. So please just go to my parents' home. I'll head over tonight right away. Let's talk there.
No, I'm not going there. This whole thing about childbirth was one thing, but for the month that you found out about my maternity leave, you never stopped to listen to my opinion. I was seriously at a loss for words at your actions. I'm supposed to raise a child from now on. I couldn't do it with you. I really, truly do believe that now.
Hang on. Are you being dead serious about the divorce thing right now? This isn't some kind of performance?
What are you talking about, performance? I'm going to be a mom now. I figured I would just let go of things I don't need.
Things I don't need? That's way too rude. I was excited for the baby food too.
You were excited for the baby. You were the one saying that I shouldn't be a spoiled brat just because I'm having a baby. You're a piece of shit that has no idea how stressed I was.
I'm sorry about that. I wasn't being considerate enough of your feelings.
That's very true. I think that you'll be able to pay for the child support from now on. You can support the both of us that way.
You serious? Are you seriously gonna divorce me? You're not gonna be living with me?
I'm not going to be living with you. You literally ignored me for an entire month. You should have caught on way sooner, bub. It's way too late now. I'm already at my parents' house. I've already talked about everything to my parents. Why don't you get lectured by your own mother? You seem to only care about your mom. And her opinions anyways. All right, good luck on your own. Just because you're working doesn't mean you're allowed to be a spoiled brat. Afterwards, Mark received a call from his mother at home, and he was lectured for a good 3 hours about everything and about how difficult labor can be. Mark probably cannot comprehend how badly it hurts. Afterwards, he kept contacting her to repair things and live with her. It was non-stop calls and texts, but Joanna just hung out at her house. She also gave birth to a really healthy young baby boy. He agreed to pay for all the child support later on, so eventually he'll be able to see his son. However, she decided that she would keep her distance for a while.